John Wayne beat.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, look. Too hot to hate us, no they can't fade us. Headed to the top, just stay tuned for the latest. Soon as the episode drop, they gotta play us. All I know is we got the flavor.
What's up, it's your boy Los LOS from the Flavor Podcast. You are watching and listening to the Flavor Podcast. Yo, on the table today, I can't even talk, I'm excited. I'm so excited. The two queens are on the table. What's up, Liz, and what's up, Sully?
We are here.
Not in my normal seat.
Sully took my seat, girl.
We had an issue. We almost had a fight over here. I put my coat down and then I saw a phone. I'm like, whose phone is this?
My phone, girl, my phone. You know, I took my
And then I'm like, oh wait, I forgot I'm being replaced.
Not being replaced, boo. Not being replaced. Not at all. That's why you got your seat, honey. That's why you got your seat, mama.
And then Carlos is over there in the background just watching.
He's
just
instigator.
I should have had my camera out to see it.
Instigator,
It was
bro.
like, dude, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
Watching.
That could have been some good BTS though.
Yeah.
That could have
And
been
he didn't even
good.
say anything. Did
I
you see
know.
that? He was just
chismoso.
ahí viendo.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
Would have ended up on World Star Hip Hop. Oh man, Carlos has submitted it.
Yup.
Well, I want to ask you guys, how was your week? Let's start with Sully.
It was good. Things are, starting to pick up, get busy. That tax money's in the pockets, and the store can definitely feel it.
Okay, awesome.
So
awesome.
yeah, and then we have our new girl, Miss China Dolls Beauty, that she's doing body contouring. So getting her settled in there, seeing her decorate her little spot.
Okay.
And just with her, just having little ideas on how we're moving things around and getting ready for our first event together on March 23rd.
March 23rd.
Yes. That's why when you asked me about that date, I said no.
That day sounds familiar to me.
I know.
It's March 23rd.
Yeah, what is my? I have
Oh,
no
you were
idea.
gonna-
That's the next day you have to go.
Not. Love you guys. I love coming back.
So, Sully, what are you selling more right now since tax season is in right now?
It's pretty much still the same thing. It's just seeing them purchasing a lot more and coming more frequently.
Okay.
So instead of taking one, they're taking 4 items and then booking services and stuff.
I saw today you came back for the first time in about a month. Has it been a month?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's been
Yeah,
a
about
while.
You came back without any sea moss. for me.
CMOS.
I know.
I was hoping I had some today.
And
We
you know
sold-
I'm out. You
and
know I
we
ate.
sold
You know
out.
I ate Melissa Dupree's sea moss.
Oh my God. Thanks for reminding me. Now I got to let her know not to come and pick it up.
I told her. I told Melissa Dupree. She's watching right now. I told Melissa Dupree, I'm gonna eat it if you don't come and get it.
I have nothing to do with this. I just want her to know that.
She was. I think she was in New York. She had a Broadway play out there.
Okay.
So she's doing her acting stuff.
You know
so
what?
there's no way,
We're going to put it under we like to give things fresh. And since there's no preservatives, Carlos had to do you the favor and eat it.
Eat it.
That's
yeah.
right. That's
See?
right.
There you
I
go.
agree with Sue.
There you go.
We always find the positivity.
Exactly.
Okay, don't get mad. He did you a
Freshness
favor.
is
yes.
key.
Because now you get a fresh jar.
Yes.
Yep.
Straight out the kitchen.
Plus, you're gonna be working with Melissa, correct?
Yeah.
So when's that
Where's
coming
it?
up?
Whenever she gets back over here.
Okay, yeah,
Because I know, she's has a lot going on, which is amazing.
I think she's in LA or New York right now. I'm not sure.
Ooh, New
I know
York.
she was at the NCAAP whatever awards.
yeah.
She was just
Mm-hmm.
there. So I think that was in LA. Yeah.
And wasn't she in Puerto Rico recently?
She's all over the place. Melissa is acting.
Yeah, because I'm
and
like,
doing
last
stuff all
one
over
I
the
think
place.
was Puerto Rico. I didn't know she
Yeah, I want to go to Puerto Rico.
Shoot, I want to go to Puerto Rico. I can't go to Puerto Rico, though. As much as I want
Especially
to.
with this below zero weather we've been having.
Yeah.
But I think it's over. I think
I hope so.
Well, it's supposed to be in the 40s this
Well, the
week.
beaver
Yeah.
did tell us it was 6 weeks left of winter. So the beaver did not lie.
Is it a beaver?
It's a
Is
beaver.
it, I thought it was groundhog.
Oh, it's a groundhog, yeah.
I don't know my animals, y'all. It's some type of furry brown animal with a tail.
We were in the context.
Yeah, we were there.
You know, okay.
Right
I'll,
road.
I'll take that one. We will take that one, won't we?
Sorry, guys.
So I know some things are coming up, Sully, this summer. Some festivals are coming up.
Yeah.
And we're going to be having soon here on the Flavor Podcast, Joseph Morales.
Yup. For that Wisconsin-Milwaukee Puerto Rican Fest, you guys.
So we should be there. I'm trying to get on that stage.
Uh-huh.
So if I get on the stage, y'all gonna be on that stage.
We're going to be on the stage.
We're going to be on the stage. Oh, that's going to be lit.
That's where your bromance started.
Yeah. Me and which one?
Ron.
But you know, it kind of started with Yosef himself too. Yeah, because now we're texting almost every day now.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's an actual bromance.
No, he didn't know that I had kind of like given him a partner.
Okay.
So he didn't know somebody was joining him on his car ride and also staying with.
In my hotel room.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that didn't happen. I kicked him out.
Very important details, I would say.
Yeah. Like, oh, by the way, you have Ron going with you, and you're sharing hotel rooms. I'm
I
like,
know him
no,
about
we're not.
it.
No, we're not. Yeah, you are. Yeah, there's no ands, ifs, or buts.
But I took advantage of it. Ron drove.
Yeah. Okay.
And he got his own hotel room because he wasn't sharing one with me.
Yeah, I don't
Carlos is bougie. I don't know if you've noticed. He's
well,
bougie.
you know, I don't think I've been around
you're
long
gonna
enough
know.
to
Yeah,
see
he's
the bougie. I'm not.
Why do you call me bougie? Why am I bougie?
Because that day it was cold, and I said, "Oh, I'm gonna go to Walmart and get a sweater." So he's like, "Is there a Macy's around here? I need a Levi's."
Oh,
I wear Levi's.
He could not put on the Walmart sweater. He would freeze to death.
I don't know what kind
So
of
he froze to death.
things they have.
sir, what?
It's got to be Levi's. If it's a jean jacket, it's got to be Levi's.
What?
It's just got to be.
But it's just for the temperature.
Yeah, no.
I can't believe this. I'm a remind like sir. No,
He's still cold.
We don't. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
I was cold.
Yeah.
That's why you
I
were
had
cold.
that Levi's on me.
That's how you know you're bougie.
That's exactly.
Thank you.
She answered the question.
But she made us
That is
stand up.
bougie.
She made us stand up all day.
Oh yeah, that was the other one.
That's how you do
When
it.
we do events,
Yeah, you
like
stand up.
we work. I put my girls to work and stuff. So then he goes, "Where's the chairs?" I'm like, "Chairs?
We're at her booth.
We've never sit down."
And I want to sit down. I'm like, she's like, there is no chairs. We're standing. I'm like, huh?
Yeah,
It's
you should have
funner.
taken that
You mingle.
Walmart sweater.
You get to walk around and mingle. You know.
I wasn't selling fajas.
Well, he's
I was interviewing.
Oh,
but then Ron learned everything about CMOS, so he started sounding like us.
Oh,
he was
Lord.
like, "Hey, 92 minerals, right?"
Really?
And I'm like, "Yeah, Ron."
And he was selling fajas down
Yeah,
there.
Ron
Okay,
was
look
with
at him
it.
go. Okay, I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
that. That's so fun.
It was funny because they walked away and Rihanna just went to work.
Yeah.
And
All
I'm
right,
just
I
there,
got this.
I'm over there filming. I'm like, oh,
He's just
okay.
supposed to be monitoring to see how the chat advice was going and
Yeah.
stuff, but then he just got into it. He seen our flow.
He was
and-
loving it.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
It was fun though. We
Yeah.
had
I
a
almost
good time.
recruited him. I was like, you got something going on here, Ron.
Hey, you want to be part of my team?
So that's that. We're
Exciting.
trying to get the Puerto Rican Fest here in Chicago as well. And I know we're going to be at the Colombian Fest.
Yay, because Colombian
sure.
and Fajas go together.
Yeah.
And then anything in at the Puerto Rican Museum grounds, we're going to be in that as well.
We just got to make sure our audio works because you guys, we did do a lot of great events. We had some great stuff. You couldn't hear it.
You know, when you're learning how to do stuff, there's be some
Yeah,
mistakes.
some mistakes are gonna happen.
I was learning. So we got the video, but no audio.
Oh,
I was sweating my butt off that day for
You
nothing.
were sweaty.
I remember that. I was watching. I was like
Yeah.
all over it. I'm like, oh, my girl's hot.
Yeah, literally.
So Liz, how was your week?
It was a really good week. I met with Martha. She was here.
Marta Grasso.
Marta Raso with her R. I love the way she says R. Raso. It was a great breakfast. A lot of opportunities coming my way, which I'm really excited for. I got to meet with a potential publisher as well, and that was on Thursday, which is really exciting. I just need to find that courage, and I'm gonna reach out to my Mama Laura to give me that push that I need. Just when it comes to Hispanic Latino households, and we talked about this before we started, we just sweep a lot of things under the rugs.
Yeah.
And we, the generation before mine, they expected, for me and my people around my age to just move on, leave things as they are, don't talk about it. And for me, it was, I can't do that because I'm not giving the generation that comes after me the opportunity to do things the right way. And that's with honesty, transparency, love, and respect, most of all, right?
Yes.
So that's what that, me trying to accomplish that, just finding that little courage that I'm missing. But I am fully aware that God is putting the right people in my path, and He has shown me this. These last 2 years, He has shown me a lot of golden nuggets. I call them golden nuggets, and I have to follow them. And that's where I am. So I'm having a great week. Today was really difficult for me, though, guys, because I had to rehome my golden retriever. Yeah, it was a hard decision, but I was telling Los a little bit about that decision. He was given to me as a gift when I found about Henry the brain tumor, and that was about 3 years ago. I couldn't see colors for a while, and the pastor that gave him to me was like, he is your gift, so he can help you heal, so you can, grow through, what you're going through, your difficult moments. And now that I am in a good place, they can't find the tumor anymore. I can see colors, it's just so many great things that are happening. I feel like it's Theo's time to move on to the next family, right? So I had a family that reached out to me, Ashley. I hope that you're loving Theo. She has a 9-year-old son who's autistic, and they were looking for a 2-year-old golden retriever because that's the age requirement for them to go to school. And guess what? Theo is 2 years old, and he's just so perfect. And he spent the night with them yesterday. She shared everything with me, and it's just meant to be.
Dogs are so magical.
They are. Yes. And today was like before I went to our guest, I won't say his name, but before I went there, I had to say goodbye, and I broke down and I was crying, but I heard God, and He said this is okay, and that's what He's meant to do. So I'm okay. I'm happy, and I'm here.
And you know what? That little boy is gonna say the same story, and he's gonna talk about you the way you talked about that pastor. So it's that's so awesome. This is so emotional.
Cut the cameras. No, it was very emotional, and just seeing him, right? Because I know someone who is a mother to an autistic boy as well, and just seeing the connection. My Theo right away took on his responsibility.
They know.
Like he knew. Yeah. And he stood with him. He sat, and she sent me a message. She said, my son asked him to sit and he sat. He told him to lay and he laid. She's like, the glow in his eyes was beautiful. And that's what did it for me. That's what gave me that.
Because that little boy is like, this is my dog.
Yeah. So
that's awesome. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
It was hard, but I did it.
You did it.
So how's everything else with you?
Good. I feel good. Mm-hmm. No discomfort, no pain. I'm energized.
Nice.
And the fact that you touch on lion's mane is so amazing because lion's mane is one of the things that I was taking. And it was not prescribed by my doctor. And it made a difference. So I feel good.
So lion's mane's actually helping one of my aunts. She had a brain aneurysm, and that's what's reducing the inflammation. Again, same thing. Doctors didn't prescribe. Their stuff wasn't working. So yeah, definitely share your story. I tell everybody, just if you have a success story like that, share it. And a lot of people don't know about how powerful lion's mane. It's a little difficult to come across.
I don't know nothing
but it's
about
like
it.
There's this one, I think I shared it on a previous podcast too, where there was this one video where I saw they had 2 lion's manes and they connected these electrical things and they were communicating to each other.
I saw that. Yeah.
Because it's electricity and it kind of looks like a little brain if you look at it as well too.
It sure does.
So it's like that, walnuts, I believe as well too. It's like another brain food.
Yeah. It's all the brain foods.
Yes. I'm so happy that you discovered it and it's healing you. And girl, look at all these colors.
I know. I think that's like one of my biggest things. Like when I got my color sight back, I was just in awe because we see colors right every day. And I was robbed of that for 3 years.
Wow.
3 whole years. I couldn't tell birds apart. I was like, oh, that's a crow. That's not a crow. That's a robin. I couldn't see colors. I couldn't see, the leaves when they're changing in a fall.
Yeah.
That was the biggest thing.
Little
I think
things.
That was like the most heartbreaking thing for me when I would drive and I wouldn't see the leaves changing. And I knew that it was fall and I couldn't see the difference, right? And now that I see all of these beautiful colors, when I came here and I saw the wall, I'm like, oh, look at the wall. So I just appreciate everything so much more at a different level. Yeah.
Something's happening with you. Yeah. You mentioned like the leaves and everything, and I'm like looking at you like you are a leaf. Yeah. Like you don't realize you change, you're transitioning, and you're meeting all these different people. So I think something that you've been asking for is coming to fruition. Yes. So keep going. Carlos has great connections, and then you're being paired up with like Martha. Martha and all those girls are amazing. Stick with it, girl.
I'm excited. No,
And the answer is, just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. And you
Stop
have no idea.
asking.
Wait,
just do it.
Martha wrote something in my book that she signed for me, and it just like it's like what? And she's like, just do it. It's in
we're
you.
all gonna
You're
tell you the
limitless.
same thing because we see it.
Thank you.
We see it.
Yeah.
So stop being scared. Just go for it.
Just go for it.
You know, you're gonna stumble, might fall a little bit. Who cares? That's how we learn. That's how we get better.
Thank
but
you.
just go.
Shade.
Yay.
Oh, this is so perfect.
I'm loving this. Right now. I'm just loving this.
We completely forgot about Carlos.
I'm just here. So my week consists of eggs, a lot of eggs, lots of eggs, but that's not my hot topic. So, but it is time for hot topic. So I'm gonna start with Lucy. Lucy.
Oh my God. What? I have been replaced.
You replaced with Lucy.
We're replacing you and Lucy, apparently.
Okay, so I was watching.
I'm just wondering why is Lucy in my mind right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But go ahead. Sorry.
I was actually watching you in your little journey of eggs on your price hunt of eggs.
Yes, I went to two
Which
stores.
kind of got me to want to talk about this individual. We don't talk about if Trump did anything right, he did good by putting RFK Jr. for Health and Human Services.
You think so?
I do.
Even with the brain worm?
I like the whole idea that he's making the changes when it comes to health. And one thing that he talked about that a lot of people don't want to talk about is accountability.
Yes. Amen.
And also he's taking accountability that there hasn't been the proper education, which is the connection between what you eat has everything to do. And my clients, you guys are going to hear me like a broken record here because I've been talking about this for 10 years with you guys, has everything to do with how you feel and your health. It's the connection. So the whole thing with insurance, the healthier you are, the cheaper your policy should be. You shouldn't be punished for doing the right decisions. And yes, we should hold accountable for the ones that if you're properly educated and you know that these foods are killing you and you still want to do it, then you should pay for what comes along with it. And it's just taking that accountability and it's just being taught, but also give the education factor on there. Because that's one thing that I do like. I was like, okay, but it's not their fault because we have been lied to for a long time. So just taking little things like with SNAP, getting rid of like the sugary drinks and stuff like that. You know how many kids are not going to have autism, ADHD?
I just heard about
Lots
that
of
yesterday.
issues.
And I could agree on that.
And the funny thing is that a lot of people are upset about that.
Especially,
How do you get
especially when we're
upset?
funding that. We're funding
Okay.
your hot Cheetos.
Yeah, but I know why they're upset because that's cheaper
Yeah, but it's
than the
unhealthy.
healthy stuff is. So my next question that I would like to see is
Yeah.
now we have to work with the pricing on
Yeah,
things.
exactly.
Because that mom could probably get a month's supply of the sugary juices, but the healthy one, she might only have enough for a week.
Yeah.
So it's just, and then the transition period of getting rid of those taste buds. Processed sugar does alter your taste buds. It does make you addictive to it. It does make you want it.
Yeah.
So the journey that people are going to have to go through when they make that transition. So there's a lot that I want to see, but he did get rid of red dye 40. My hot chips are not going to taste the same. So I don't,
And I was just talking about hot chips, and wasn't I? And my favorite person, which is her daughter, loves Takis.
Oh.
Loves Takis. So that color's in Takis?
it's in it's in a lot of stuff.
It's in so much
It's
stuff.
so much. So
So
now
much.
I'm curious, like, I'm glad you're making me healthy, but now I'm like, ooh, I wonder how my stuff's going to taste. But again, it's the transition. I just got to detox and get rid of that. And just see that, we are getting rid of all these things. Unfortunately, I feel like in the 90s, that whole fight for labeling with processed foods and stuff, the good guys got punished because if you want that USDA organic label, you want that non-GMO, they got to pay for that.
Yeah.
Most
It's not free. So are we going to transition and take it back to what it should have been? We should punish the fake guy.
Yeah.
If they're going to give us chemicals, then you should let us know what we are actually consuming.
Yeah.
Don't put it in the back in tiny little letters where nobody's going to read it.
Yeah.
So
That's good too, because me and you had a conversation about eggs. Because someone asked you about eggs online.
Yep.
And we're wondering about the brown eggs and the white eggs.
Yes.
What exactly was that about?
what is the price? Why is it that the brown eggs, the organic eggs, are not going up in pricing, which we know it's normally they should be a lot more expensive than the regular eggs,
Right.
and the regular eggs are getting more expensive. So my question was, why are they expensive to begin with? Is the price even going? I don't even know why the price is going
So
up.
I looked it up, and it said
With the bird
there's
flu?
a surplus. There's a surplus of the brown eggs.
Oh.
That's why they're cheaper right now.
Oh, wow.
Only because of the surplus.
Because of the surplus.
Right, because a lot of the other eggs got contaminated by the
bird flu.
bird flu.
Yeah.
So that's why there's a surplus of brown eggs right now.
We're going to look for the brown eggs then.
And you're getting them
for the
cheaper than what you
Yeah.
know, usually would pay.
Yeah.
Well, I was telling people, I was like, well, the brown eggs are better for you anyways. You're gonna notice the taste, just like cracking the yolk. Right away, the first thing you see is the color difference.
Yeah.
The other one's like a pale yellow.
They're like a dark yellow.
yeah, and these
And the
are
only
just,
reason
like,
I know is because I got
orangey.
brown eggs in my fridge right now.
Yep.
And I never knew the difference, to be honest with
Well,
you.
since I'm Puerto Rican and I was born in Puerto Rico, it's brown eggs.
Yeah.
That's what I was used to.
Okay.
So it wasn't.
Because the white eggs
kid
get
watching
bleached
other
to
ones,
look like that. So it's kind of like, why do we even bleach them to begin with? Like, I don't even
We
understand
just leave
that.
the natural
Wait, we're bleaching what?
The eggs get bleached to look white.
white.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
They're naturally not white.
No, they're not white. Eggs are like come in different colors. They're even
Yeah.
like blue sometimes.
Interesting.
Just like us.
Yeah, we
Latinos.
come in different colors and shades. They
Interesting.
do not. Eggs are not. They're
Some
not
might
white,
be
no.
spotty, some might be brown, some might be like not white, but like an off white, eggshell white.
Yeah. And I know because my dad, where he has some property in Pembroke, our neighbor has his little hens and whatnot have you. So I've seen actual eggs when they just come out of wherever they come out of. You come out of the baby, they like flap out. So I see them fresh and I'm just like, they don't look like what I eat. But then I remember that what I eat gets processed through a manufacturing company and bleached and whatnot. So
So would you guys eat like an ostrich egg? People eat those.
I've
If
had
it's delicious.
I've had codorniz, huevo
is
de
that?
codorniz. I have no idea what it is in
Yeah.
English.
I've had quail
How do you spell
eggs.
that?
Codorniz.
Yes. For someone right now watching, they could look it up.
Godorniz. Codorniz.
Okay, so if someone's watching this right now, can you leave it in the description and maybe a link or something?
Isn't
where
that
they
like
know
a smaller
what they're talking
hen or
about?
something?
It's
like
a
that?
very small. It's like this big.
Yeah.
It's very tiny.
It's kind of like
And they're not
quail
bad.
eggs
Yeah, I was
then.
gonna say that's
Sounds like quail.
It might be quail. I don't know. I don't know my animals in
you had
Spanish
quail?
and
I've had-
English.
You guys
I've
quail
had
eggs?
quailed eggs too. Yeah, and then I've had duck eggs. I don't know if
got
I noticed a
jealous.
difference or not. I don't pay attention, but
Little salt and pepper fixes everything.
yeah. It's usually in a soup, so I haven't.
Okay.
haven't had it.
Yeah.
Okay. So Liz, what's your hot topic?
Mine is a little bit more on the serious side. Mental health. We had 11-year-old Jocelyn. I don't remember her last name. Jocelyn Carraza in Texas, who took her life due to bullying.
Yeah.
She was bullied because her parents are immigrants, and they would tell her that they're going to get deported. She will be by herself, alone. I am a DACA recipient. I know I've never talked about that. My dad is also an immigrant, and that story kind of like hit home because growing up, I never really heard that, being a reason to be bullied. But as I got older, I knew why. Back in the 90s, talking about immigration, it wasn't a thing. Like it just, you don't talk about it. Nobody knows nothing. But now with what happened with the administration, with everything, it's literally a cloud over everyone's head. And this 11-year-old girl just felt that there was no way out. And I can't imagine,
Yeah.
the hurt in her heart, in her, in her mind, to feel like that was the way out. And I think that parents need to take accountability in what is being taught at home. If it's not kindness, don't say anything. I think we need to go back to if you have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. And then we also had here not in Chicago, but in Indiana, a father took his wife's life along with their children.
Their children.
And we're talking about young children, 6-year-old,
Was that the
4-year-old.
Amber Alert the other night?
That was the Amber Alert.
That was actually a different one.
Was it?
That was a different one. Yeah. That man took his 8-year-old son, but stabbed his 11-year-old stepson and the mom. But this other family is in Indiana. And this man took his wife, their 3 kids and his life.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh
They
my
did a
God.
welfare check, and that's how they found them. And I think that mental health for men in general, it's just not talked about a lot. I know as a woman, you know, we surround ourselves, right, with women that can help us, and we talk about things. But I just feel like with men in general, because they're men, they have to have it figured out. They're strong. They don't have anyone to reach out to.
Yeah.
So I feel like mental health, if you're struggling, 988 is the number to call. You have someone to talk to. Just always reach out to someone. That's not the way out. But that's my topic, mental health. We have to take it serious.
Awesome. We're going to have the number on the screen.
Yes.
The number was 988.
Yes, 988. And I love that they brought it down to 3 digits, where it's not an 800 number. And they also have, if you're a texter, if you need to text, if you're not a talker, because we have people that they don't verbally reach out, right? If you're a texter, hey, there's a number that you can reach out to as well.
Thank you. Thank you for your hot topic.
Yes.
So my hot topic is coffins.
Oh my God. What a follow-up.
It's just,
What a follow-up.
That's what I had. That's what I had. I'm so sorry.
I think he's going to go with eggs, but all right.
We're not doing eggs. We're not doing eggs.
Okay,
If you
we're
guys
not
want to
doing
know about
eggs, we're
eggs
doing
and
coffins.
in the conversation I had on my
Just
Facebook.
morbid turn.
Yeah. So the other day I had a conversation on my Facebook about eggs. And it was just really a trap
Yeah.
for people that just hate on people
Yeah,
and not
clearly.
read things out. So if you guys want to know about that, I went to the stores and I proved that eggs are not lower than $5. They are $9 or more.
Yes,
here in
they
Chicago.
are.
Here in Chicago. Now there are some places people said it's $5. Go check them out. Aldi's or couponing. If you clip coupons, you probably get them for less. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. But
Or your local farmers. We have a
Your
lot of
local
local
farmers.
farmers,
Local
you
farmers.
guys.
Please.
So have you checked how much the local farmers are? No?
Last time I checked, I think it was kind of like the $6 or $9 for the carton of eggs, kind of the same thing that you guys are paying for. But then you're putting that money directly into a family,
Yes,
and they're
that's what I was
putting
about to
dinner on the
say,
table,
yes.
and that egg came straight out of the chicken's butt with no
Yeah.
bleach or nothing.
And it didn't go through a manufacturing plant.
and that chicken was probably healthy. It's probably part of the family and stuff. Probably got a name.
The chicken went
So yeah, but it's like, so in Waukegan, there's a lot of farms in certain suburbs around here. There's a farmer not too far from where my parents go to. That it's accessible.
Support your local farmers for sure.
During the summer, you guys, farmers markets, they're there. Definitely connect with them. We can outsource. We can sit here and complain, or we can find for solutions as well.
Amen. Preach.
Sully's back. Sully's back with the information. Come on, that's why Sully's back. Come on now. Yes. So coffins. That's where I'm at. Coffins.
Yeah.
So over the weekend, DJ Khaled was delivered a coffin.
Oh.
Yes, but he wasn't the only one that got delivered a coffin. They dropped a coffin right in front of their gates of their homes. Tekashi 6ix9ine also had a coffin dropped off at his residence.
I like a
So
threat.
what they're putting on these coffins is rest in peace Ovo and rest in peace Drake. So they don't know where these coffins are coming from. People are just rolling up and just dropping them in front of their.
So what are they saying? Rest in peace to their careers, and basically,
I don't
Is
know.
that like a
but
threat?
right, you would think it's a threat. If, you get a coffin.
Yeah, like.
but then it's delivered to
But the other
somebody that is
people's
not
house.
not intended to. So it's like,
Maybe because they're the music producers. Like DJ Khaled.
Are they
produces a lot of
partners?
music.
They're like partners.
Yeah, they've worked together
Okay.
before. Yeah. So
Wow.
that's what it is.
Or it could be a
I saw it, I'm like, I
marketing.
gotta talk about this.
That's crazy. Or marketing.
it could be a marketing,
You know
like
what?
Drake
You're right.
to say
You're
something
right.
like,
You're
oh yeah,
right.
because I'm gonna murder the game.
You're
you know,
right.
Yeah, I just don't
something.
know how Tekashi comes into play because
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
But you're right.
Nobody really likes you.
But you're right though about the marketing technique because of how what's his name? My favorite guy, Snoop Dogg, when he did that commercial going smokeless.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
that ain't last that long.
No, but he was like, "Oh, going smokeless, right?" And my husband's like, "Look, if he can do it, you can do it too." And I'm like, "He's not doing it." I knew that it was for something else. And then the next day he comes out with the smokeless. It was a fire pit or something.
Yeah.
Like, he's not going smokeless, man. This is Snoop Dogg you're talking about.
But he did try. I did see that for a while. He did try, but it didn't work out so good for him. So
Nope.
he still went to the.
Snoop, just drink Mullen tea and your lungs will be fine.
All
right, cool.
They got to the people with Mullen,
Mullel. I don't know too much about it. I started doing it because me and B were 420 friendly, but we think about our lungs.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of stuff.
My husband
there.
takes that. Yeah.
Yeah, so that helps detox and get rid of that mucus because we're building mucus in our lungs because we're smoking. And it helps get rid of that. So you're just breathe a lot better. So I feel better.
Got clear lungs.
Sully is just full of information today, boy.
I tend to have bad habits and I try to offset them as much as I can.
So that was my hot topic. But one thing I want to do before we go on commercial break is that there's something about these two ladies, these two queens that are on this table, that I find intriguing. I'm looking at my camera. That I find extremely intriguing is that they're conspiracy theorists.
Yes, we are.
They talk about aliens and whatnot. So what intrigues you both about aliens?
Oh man, that they're here and they've been here.
The fact that it's just so hidden, and it's not hidden.
It's not.
Yeah, it's like so like just the fact that you're trying to convince me that it's not there, and then here you come a few years later, like, all right, you guys, you weren't crazy.
Here. Yeah.
They were here.
So did they admit that? I know I heard of it, but I never saw the
They have actual meetings
files.
where they're admitting that, you know what, yeah, we've been lying to you guys for years, decades actually, but here's the proof. Because there's people that are actually fighting to get that information out. They have to actually press for the Congress and judges and all them to let those files out in the open.
So Trump recently
He signed that.
he signed.
Yeah.
Did he sign off on that?
He signed for the
To show us?
MLK. He signed
JFK.
for JFK, and he signed for someone else.
He can sign off on Epstein though.
Oh no, because he's on that list.
He's on that
Why
list.
would you, sir? Yeah, no, he would not sign off on that, but he did sign off on very important ones.
And didn't they just start discovering recently too that there were 2 shooters for JFK?
yes,
And
they
stuff?
admitted that.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of things that us conspiracy
We've been
theories
knowing about it for years.
Mine's is just I do like the whole aliens, but I think I like to talk more about the food, Monsanto's pharmaceuticals, and the stuff that's being done to us. COVID shots. I said it. The
Don't
blood
get
clots
'em.
was gonna end
Don't
up
get 'em.
happening, and that's what a lot of people are literally dropping dead from brain aneurysms at the age of 30 years old.
You're saying it's because of the shot?
A lot of them tend to be
I
have
shot
connected.
myself up. I'm like, give me 3.
Detox.
Okay,
detox.
but here's what I come in and say, like, if you're a spiritual person, I don't think that it will affect you as much as if you're just plain atheist and you have no beliefs. I fully believe that. Because I personally know people that I asked to not get the goddamn shot, but they did it. But you know what I did? I prayed against it. So when I knew that they were going to go with the shot, I'd be like, no, please, whatever is in there, just don't work. And they're fine. They're healthy, but it's not for everybody, and I just feel like it has that whole alien. It all has, it ties spiritually because look at that. It's like,
I just got a lot of jokes.
But
I just scare the crap out of my family and say, you better go detox that or you're going to die.
You're dead.
You're dead, man.
You're walking dead right now.
No, but it's I have met a lot of people that it has triggered, I guess, underlying conditions that they've had, or that's at least the excuse that they're given. So it has caused a lot of harm on a lot of individuals.
But they won't
30-year-olds, we
acknowledge it.
shouldn't be having strokes in 30.
No.
And if you look, there's a lot of them
But
happening.
that's been happening because of what they eat as well.
That too, but it's more like with the blood clogs. Johnson & Johnson got pulled because a lot of their patients were having immediate blood clogs.
Yeah.
Right now, we're having a lot more people having blood clogs. Brain aneurysm is literally a blood clog in your brain. A heart attack is a blood clog near your heart and your arteries.
Yeah.
So it's just
The numbers of blood clots are just going up ridiculously, and there's no
and there's a
actual
connection.
explanation.
And then you have these vaccinations that are constantly being changed names, companies. So they're finding ways. It's going to be a little hard dig to connect the things together.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, we
So-
have interesting fight conversations.
So we are going to be back with our guest. Stay tuned.
I guess.
What's up, it's your boy. We are back. We got Sully and Liz. The queens are in the building.
Hello.
I'm extremely excited that they're both here, and we are talking conspiracy theories when the cameras are off, but and it's a good time. But I did look something up real quick. How many planets are there? Do you guys know? Because I only thought there was like maybe
You gotta
10
ask
or something.
me this before we go on camera.
I know this
so
is why I'm asking
Google.
like this because I don't.
Now
want
they know I don't know.
Okay, I'm reading up.
They're
There
finding
are actually
more.
thousands
Yeah.
of planets that they're finding. Thousands.
Yeah.
So they haven't found life on any yet because we haven't gone to them yet. You know what I'm saying?
Well, aren't there multiple galaxies? We're just one universe and galaxy.
multiple
opposed to others.
galaxies.
There's other suns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
stuff.
That
So
is
yeah,
true.
so that
We're
means that
literally
there's
just
another
a little nugget.
Yeah.
So if you guys like conspiracy theories, we're gonna have another podcast just featuring these two right here,
We're talking about crazy.
and they can talk about things all day long.
between the takes.
But we have a guest today that actually both ladies are excited of having here. But I'm gonna throw it to Liz because this is actually her boss. So go ahead, Liz, take over.
Lord, yes, you guys are gonna get to meet my boss. See, I don't act any different around my boss. Let you guys know, okay? I'm crazy in front of my boss. I'm crazy everywhere. So, introducing you my boss for Pro Alliance, Tom Self.
What's up? Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. I'm excited because when I told Sully, right, Liz told me you were coming. I wasn't sure who you were yet. I know you're an entrepreneur, you have your own business, and you're a great guy. This is what I'm hearing. But when I told Sully, she was really excited you're going to be here. Yeah. And she's like, yes. So she made sure she was here. Guys, if you guys know, the camera's on me. If you guys know, Sully's been out a little bit. But Sully made sure she was here today. So it's a big thing when Sully says, I'm showing up.
Yeah.
I'm showing up. So tell us a little bit about yourself and what do you do?
Awesome. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having us on. This is freaking amazing. The Flava podcast. It's so cool in the studio. Like, there's flavor all over the walls with the people here. So grateful.
You even threw flavor in your name, Tomas.
Tomas.
Yeah.
I call him Tomas, though. He knows I call him Tomas. I don't call him Tomas.
I'm married to a Latina, so I have some flavor, just so you guys know.
So hold up. Let me get the aspirin for you.
So yeah, I really appreciate this opportunity. I own a business. We are a sales organization that helps people get their roofs and siding replaced, paid for through the insurance companies. The reason why we do it, we're really at our core a self-development company. So we give people opportunities. That's what I'm really passionate about, is bringing people in, giving them the opportunity to grow. And yeah, I'm excited to share the stories that I can that can help people today. I just speaking with you earlier was really inspirational that you guys are doing so much in the communities, helping people, and it's great to be aligned with people like that.
Awesome. Welcome to the group. Yes. I got excited because Liz was telling me about like how you care about your employees, and not only just care, but care about their health and stuff. And it's just something that resonated to me because of what I do. I'm always like about health, healthy employees or productive employees. And then to see somebody is like, well, I care if they get sick or not, or if they're doing pretty good. And you don't see that. Besides them offering you health insurance, does our companies do anything with that subject? No. So when I heard that that's something that you were touching, and I was like, oh, that is so dope and so cool. Like, this is something new. It's like different. And it's just,
thank you.
Hopefully, other people catch on soon. What made you want to do that? Like, what got you to want to care about that subject?
To me, it's just common sense. Like, we're doing business with people that we're spending a lot of time with, right? So it's like we're family. We're on the same team, right? We spend more time with each other than we do with our own families a lot of times. So to me, it's just common sense. It's like, why wouldn't we want to help our family do better in life? And a big part of that is our like you said earlier, it's like you could look good on the outside, but you don't know what's going on the inside. Like, we got to put good things in our bodies. We have to work out at the gym, start our day out right. So I guess it's just it seems common sense to help people and give them that. The first thing we did when we moved in our new building, we tore down 3 offices, turned it into a gym.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
dope. Oh my God.
That's mega dope.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I want to know something different. We're going to get into some other stuff later on. But how is this employee in front of me?
She's amazing. Liz has the biggest heart ever. She is the person in the company who she is always there to listen. She is the sister, the family member that just truly, like it says in the Bible, you know their fruit by their actions. Like you see her love that she shares, and it just pours out.
And it pours out to the clients too.
Nice.
Yeah, you're so incredible. We're so lucky to have you. It's the things that you don't see, right? Like she doesn't get paid to do any of those things, right? She's paid to do a job, but she does so much more than that by the impact she makes at the company, just with the little things that no one will ever know. You know, all the conversations that no one will ever know about, and I get to hear about some of them from a lot of the team. They tell me about you.
Aw, I love that. I hope it's all good things, guys.
That's awesome. I love it. I love hearing good things about Liz. I know she's a great person already, but I'd like to hear from her boss too. Yeah. He thinks the same way.
Yeah, he does. That's what I'm saying. Like I myself, because one of my friends was like, "Oh, your boss is gonna be on there. You're gonna be like more quiet, or you're just gonna be like more timid." I'm like, "No, like he knows me. He knows the crazy. He knows all sides of me." So it's like, no.
So it's like opposite. It's gonna be even more bubbly because I'm comfortable.
Yes, because I'm comfortable around him.
But that's so cool because you don't see these type of relationships. Normally, it's like the employee like fearful or timid. Yeah. So her question was actually valid because a lot of people do feel like that. You don't really see a tight relationship with your boss.
Yeah, and it's not just with him. It's like literally with his mom. His mom is also the manager. She operates in the office. And I have a great relationship with her as well. So the way that Tom has set up the company is open doors. Like we are able to talk about anything and everything and not feel like, oh, if I say this, it's going to cost me my job.
Yep, and sometimes they be barging in.
Tell us about a time where people barge in, particularly her.
Yeah. I feel like we could be having meetings and people will take the open door policy to the next. They don't even care about the meetings.
They're like, I did that the other day. No, I think I did it the other day when I was trying to set up the headshots thing, and I just jumped in Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
I was like, hello, I just have one quick question. And there was an important meeting going on. And I'm just going to barge in real quick. But yeah, I'm sure you had other crazier situations.
Honestly, they all blend together. It's awesome. It's awesome having a team where we can be transparent with one another. Like I'm 100% in alignment. It's like, why would we be any different, right? Mm-hmm. It's like if you have to go to work and act completely different, why would you want to be in that atmosphere?
Yep.
I want to be places where I can be 100% me, and I want people to be in places where they can be 100% them and feel confident that they can be their authentic selves, right? Back to, to me, that's bad mental health. That's physically draining. It's physically putting stress and pressure on you if you're in an environment where you have to change to make the people in that environment accept you or to appear a different way than you actually are.
Yeah. That's like growth because a lot of companies will tell you, leave that at the door. When you walk in to do your job. And they don't care if you're like suffering, like family members going through something, financial stress, health issues. And you're there not only just saying, hey, we can talk about it, but I have a solution. If your weight might be an issue for health and stuff, we have a whole gym. I know you spend most of your time here. During your breaks, there's a gym accessible to you. That's like... Yeah. Little things that really, really matter. Because even me, I moved, I changed my routine, and just finding a gym to go to work out at that works with my new routine has been so difficult. It's been such a difficult journey. I've been popping in at random places. So if my boss were to tell me like, oh, don't worry about it.
We got it
right here.
Yeah,
I would be the happiest person in the world. Now, I did put a couple of weights in my boutique to offer myself that I just haven't made it to that gym part of the boutique yet.
That's dope because you're at work and you can literally take a break and just hit the gym and get re-energized.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you're stressed. Like maybe just had a difficult client. You just want to blow off some steam on a treadmill. Right. So you don't project that energy to the next client because they're not deserving of that. Yes.
I really believe in having a coach too, right? So we have a trainer who coaches us too.
What?
AJ.
AJ. Yeah.
Yep.
Are y'all hiring?
Yeah, great job.
This bougie guy needs a job there.
I need a job there. The city of Chicago
As
does
soon
not
as you-
treat me well.
No, but you heard that, oh. You said Jim, he didn't switch. You said a personal trainer, and the bougie within Carlos jumped.
Yep. Carlos got active.
Yes, and AJ is amazing. Let me tell you, he is
Oh my
amazing.
God.
He's incredible.
He's
Like,
amazing.
and once again, he is a man of the Lord. He also is. He can write health plans, diet plans.
Yes.
He
Everything.
He's like a therapist
He
when
really
you're working
is.
out with him too, right?
Oh my God, I'm gonna start telling my customers, be like, look, you can get a job and we can help you with your weight loss
Exactly.
journey. Let me pass you out to Liz.
So how many employees do you have?
We've got about 50.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
we're pretty
awesome.
We've got about 50. Yeah, we have about 20 sales team members, and then we have about 30 operational staff.
Yeah.
We do roofing, siding, we do solar. So
Introducing windows.
yep, actually, yeah, we just added a retail department, so we've been adding windows,
Yeah.
doors. So
Yeah, we're gonna explode.
Yeah, so
I want to take it back all the way to the beginning. How did the company start? Did you start the company?
Yeah.
Is it your family company and it's your turn to step in? Like, I want to know how it all started. How did you get up to 50 employees? Because everybody likes to know the high numbers, but let's talk about that one employee and how you got up there.
Tell them about the basement. Tell them how
Yeah.
y'all started in the basement, please.
Yeah, so first of all, could have never done it alone. Like, I don't know how, like, thinking of everything that we've been through, it is a freaking journey. It is so hard being in business. And I am a very privileged person. I have so many resources. I had the perfect setup to get where I was, to be honest. I mean, and it was still crushingly hard, right? So 7 years worked for someone. 3 years we partnered up. Right? He's like, I can't afford to pay you anymore. You keep doing too good. He's like, all right, be my partner at least. Then we can just split it, right? 3 years together, and then we split up. We had different visions, and one of the reasons that we started ProLiance is because we wanted to have an opportunity where people could really, really grow, and we have a vision to be very, very large, right? Because our concept is the bigger that we get, the more people we can impact, the more people we can help.
Yes.
So that's our vision. And, even when I had the partner, that's when we were actually in the basement.
Yeah.
So, 7 years, we were kind of working from home. I was working for this individual, and then we partnered up, and we're like, all right, we're getting bigger. Like, this is going well. But we need a location. So where else to go but Laura, my mama's
Basement.
Mama's basement. Mama's basement.
That's awesome.
So she was doing all these side jobs, working at like Menards, putting up books, YMCA babysitting, and I'm like, Mom, I know you love these jobs, but can you please come help us, because we're signing up a lot of clients, and I want to give them a really good experience. And I knew that my mom cared so much, and anything she would do, she would give her 100%.
Awesome.
She's working for Menards and these places.
Yeah.
They're paying her like next to nothing, and she's like pouring out
Her heart into it.
her heart into it. I'm like, hey, you would really help us out. So we did that, went from the basement, worked 3 years there. And then finally we got an office on Ogden and Downers Grove.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then it just grew from there. So it's been, splitting from the partner was really, really tough because we really, really like each other. We're both, one of the reasons that we split also is we're both very sales minded. And we just need, both of us would, it's nice to have a partner when you have opposing, talents, right?
Yeah.
Or different skill sets, right? So it's like, if I'm great at sales, it's great for me to surround myself with other people who are great at the operations.
Yeah.
Versus two salespeople.
Yeah, it's just competition.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. We're kind of stepping on each other's toes. But really the main thing that I learned in business is make sure that you have people that are on the same vision, the same alignment,
Yes.
right?
Correct.
His vision, keep it small, super profitable. Great vision, nothing wrong with that. My vision is, hey, we're going to blow this up.
Yeah. And that's a good thing, because a lot of people don't talk about stuff like that when you have to maybe switch vendors, switch employees. These are things like, how do you make your decision? Are you thinking about the relationship? Are you thinking about the business? In business, it's always the numbers. That's the bottom line. We're here to make a profit, but then we also want to be ethical people. And sometimes they don't tend to coincide. So how do you make decisions like that? Like, what did you do? Did you pray on it? Did you guys have conversations? How did you come to that mutual agreement?
Mutual agreement to split up? We got so fed up with each other that we
Like, you know what? I think it's better we part ways.
Yeah, I kept saying, hey, we need another employee. We need another employee. You know, we need to bring more people in. We need to pay people more. And he would be like, hey, we got to balance these books. And I mean, once again, he's amazing. I love him. We're still friends to this day. We were just texting yesterday.
Awesome.
Right?
Awesome.
And that's how I do business. I always do. One of my core values or values that I have personally is never put money over people.
Come on, somebody. Yes.
We do.
Amen.
We're here for the people, right? So, and then our core values are care, honor, accountability, maximum impact, and positivity. So we hire, we fire by those. So a lot of companies just have them on the wall, and they're just words, and they might try, but
They don't really implement
they don't really implement it. It's very hard. Like, be careful if you're going to put those on the wall, because either one, they're going to call you a liar because you don't listen to them, or two, or you're just wasting your time.
Yeah. What did you find the hardest coming into this business to do, to accomplish your goal where you're at now? What was the hardest hurdle you had to jump over?
Hardest hurdle. I think confrontation has always been very difficult for me. It's one of my team members, they asked me my date of birth, my location of living. They did this chart for me, and it says all over this chart that, hey, you struggle with confrontation. It's funny, like, you know those
so
like
funny.
those
Those astrology.
Yeah, they're like, man, you really struggle with confrontation. Now I've gotten pretty good at it, but it's because I've had to work. I feel like I've been running a marathon for 10 years, so it's one of those things I'm very emotional about, because it's like, you know, when you've worked so hard to become good at something, but you know how hard it is, it's like you feel good about it, and you know it really helps people, right? So. The transparency, I think, with people is really, really tough. I always want to say what people want to hear. I'm a natural people pleaser.
But that's,
Yep, I was given, was given so much attention just growing up, and always this positive validation, and I want to do that for others. I want to give them positive validation. But that can hurt people many times if you're not keeping it super transparent with them and giving them the real. So I'd say that's probably the absolute hardest thing, is telling someone something that they don't want to hear.
the tough love.
The tough love, and it's very important.
Yeah.
It is kind of hard, but I'm learning from Suli to just put it out there.
You have to. You have to.
Suli seems like a sweet person, right? Real nice,
She is
but
sweet,
she
but
has a
she's-
business side to her.
Yes, it has to be, and
she's going to
that's
tell
why
you how it is.
Yeah.
And that's something that I had to learn, because I'm also been a very people-pleasing person, and I always
Passive.
just want to, and I don't like confrontation either. And it's just sometimes I felt like I was just giving them everything they wanted, and then at the end I'm like, I shouldn't have done that, because now I'm not happy. Now we're going to have another uncomfortable conversation.
Yeah.
And my mom has this one thing, like, just put the right face first. Don't keep switching around. You know, don't be such a goody two-shoes and everything. Like, no, we can be nice, but when things get serious, we get serious as well. And I had to learn that the hard way too, getting walked over and everything. And then learning how not to be too tough, because there were instances where I was trying to remain tough, and then it was too tough. And it's like, no, not that either.
You would like overcorrect it? Yeah,
So
me too.
It's just, it's like,
have
oh,
to
now I
find-
look like a monster. Oh, no. It's just
Gotta find
it's
that
finding that
balance.
balance and stuff. And, you know,
Yeah.
sometimes it doesn't feel good, but it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, you always get worried about hurting a person, and then they go out there and they're talking about you now not in the right light, and you're like, wait a second, I just had to do what I'm supposed to do as a boss, you know, as an employer. So you worry about that. I worry about that as well. I've been a promoter. I was a promoter, a nightclub promoter, and a concert promoter for 24 years. And just people not happy with me, you know, people that I kicked out of a club or kicked out of a concert, and I was always worried about what they're going to say.
Yeah.
And then you do hear them, you know, later on. You're like, well, you guys didn't get the whole right story. You know, the guy was doing something wrong in that place, so he had to get kicked out, or she was doing something wrong. So he had to get
I'm not bad at confrontation. I bring it.
Let's go.
But I do it
She
with
loves
love.
it.
I do it with
you know
love.
who put in charge when you can't do it.
He knows that. He knows that. But I mean, in my line of work, when I started at Pro Lions, I think that's why I was really good at what I did, because I'm very good at confrontation. I'm very good at being able to bring a person from up here to down here. and it's with love.
Handle the situation.
Yes. And you have to be able to listen. And I think that's something that I really apply when I'm training our team, our client specialist team, is that when there's a problem, you have to remember that problem's not directly with you.
Yeah.
It's a problem with probably they got cheated on. They got something in the background going on, and you were just the cherry on top that made them explode. And then we have to remember, right, we're dealing with people's homes here, you know? So but putting all of that together, like I was able to come up with like a great script to like, you know, client happiness is main thing. Yeah. But at the same time, having those uncomfortable conversations with the team, right? Like reminding them, like, I understand that, you know, you don't want to be called names on the phone. I get that. But you have to remember the problem's not with you. They just need to be heard out. And when they don't feel, if my team doesn't feel heard, and I feel like if they don't feel heard, that's when like problems start to arise. So just being able to, you know, to apply that, you know, we're listening to you, but I'm going to love you, but I'm going to correct you. Yeah. But in a loving way.
Yes.
I'm not going to, you know, make you feel bad about it, but I'm going to correct you.
But even clients, like the clients want to be told the truth. The worst thing you can do to a client is
oh my God,
overpromise.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Like if you want to piss a client off, tell them you're going to do something and then don't
do it. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. You'd be way better off saying, hey, like we may not be able to do this for you. And then if that doesn't happen, they're going to be like, hey, they told us that may not be able to happen, right? But then if you do make that happen, you're the superstar.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. Exactly.
And now you talked about it in a great way.
Right.
So, Tomas, I'm about to call you Thomas. Tomas, I like Tomas better. Tomas.
I like it better too.
So Tomas, here's my infamous question: who were you when you were 10 years old?
Who was I when I was 10 years old? Oh my gosh! All right, I was. What grade is that even? Is that like second grade, third grade?
I think like fifth.
Like
fifth or
fourth or fifth.
So yeah, I was growing up in a lower class area. I always had what I needed. I always got, you know, the things I always ate. My family, you know, they wouldn't buy anything name brand. Things might have been a little expired.
But we had it.
But we had it. And I'm super, super grateful. Like my family, they were all super responsible with money. They didn't make a ton, right? But it was a decent neighborhood. It was relatively safe. You know, you can go out. You just after dark, you probably got to get back in. But
I got to ask you now, since you said that.
Yeah.
And I do this a lot. We'll stop you on your tracks.
Yeah.
Where did you live?
The south side of Chicago. No, it was, but we worked there for many, many years. But it was Hillside.
Hillside, okay.
Hillside.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say that once again I got a lot of validation from my family. I relied on that. So who was I? I was someone who struggled with wanting people to like me. I was a little nerdy and on the weird side.
I think we all were. Yeah. All of us. You're sitting on the right table.
I agree about Liz, but go ahead.
But the thing that I loved to do, the thing that I was super passionate about was finding ways to earn more. Like finding ways to be creative, to make some money. At 10 years old, absolutely I was doing that. I was literally at 5, 6 years old, I had a club on my block that people had to pay me to join.
Oh, he was promoting at 5, Carlos.
I was having all the neighbor kids put snowmen together for me. I was always a leader. I was always someone who wanted to make things happen that were a little unconventional, right? And I saw my dad working super hard. My parents were great examples of hard work. And I just wanted more. As a young kid, I remember just, hey, it's great that I have everything that I need, but I just want more. I don't know why. I kind of want to push and just test things and see what the limits are, right? My parents told me, hey, don't cross the street. So I put one foot in the street, one foot in the lawn.
Yeah.
I didn't cross the street.
Right.
But I just wanted to see what it was like.
Right. And that's what I would say that's what I am. I was a kind of a strange kid doing weird things, just pushing boundaries. I was actually knocking on doors by probably age 6 or 7, asking people if I could do like little yard
You're an
work for them.
entrepreneur.
Yeah.
A born entrepreneur.
Lemonade stands.
There you go.
Yeah. And it just got bloomed and got, the crazier and crazier I could get it, I kept pushing.
That's awesome. So now you're 16 years old. Who were you at 16?
Yeah, so 16, I was walking around, what was it? That had the TCF banks, where you can get like the $50 gift cards.
Yeah.
It was so Jewel,
Yeah.
right? So they were giving out $50 gift cards. Now, what a lot of people didn't know, if you referred someone to them, you would get $25, right? So now they're giving out $50 gift cards. Right, I get $25 for referring. So I'm walking around Jewel saying, "Hey, those eggs right there. Back to the eggs. Do you want those eggs? Are getting expensive. Would you like some free eggs today?" Right, and I'm directing them over to TCF in Jewel.
Oh, wait a second. Are you working for TCF?
No, I'm not.
He just followed the link.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
So
okay.
I worked
Yeah.
at TCF, and I would hate when they would send me on aisle, and to hear him, he was I should have known where he was at.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that continuing the lawn mowing business, it bloomed, it grew. I was passing out flyers for companies, and then probably by the end of and Craigslist was huge. The free section of Craigslist, getting the couches. Couches were gold. Couches were gold. So
How were they gold?
They're gold because couches are valuable. People need a place to sit down, and they're expensive, right? So, but people also wanted to get rid of them. So they would put it on the free section of Craigslist. I would go pick them up in the truck.
And he'll put it on the pay me section of Craigslist.
Then put it on the pay me section, and we would have regular garage sales, monthly
That's
garage
so
sales.
smart, though. I love how
Let's
his brain
go.
works.
Let's go. Come on. I'm loving this 16-year-old you.
Wait till you hear his
16-year-old
card.
Tomas.
So
Come on.
Mas was
Card
never
deals.
broke. That's what I'm hearing. At 5 years old, he was already making money.
Wow.
25s lining the bank account from that TCF. Just 25, 25, 25, 25.
Sheesh.
And I remember the TCF, there was this deal where they were going to start raising your interest. They're going to give you more interest when you hit $10,000. And I remember having like a couple $100 from the 25s, and then I'm reinvesting into gas to go pick up more couches, right? I'm like, man, I just want to get to that $10,000 in that bank so I can get that higher interest or get access to different things or just like be successful, you know?
Yeah.
And I just remember looking at that at probably that age thinking, man, that's so far. Like, I didn't believe I could ever do it.
Yeah.
All he did was open a bank account, and he got $25 for free to get gas, to go get the free couches, to go sell them for a couple hundred. Like, I like how this whole entire thing, like, he used the system to pay him. That's being smart, though. There is free money opportunities there. You just gotta read. He read. He's like, oh, my friends can get money for opening account too. Awesome. I'm gonna tell them they get $50. I'm gonna get 25, and now he's making it into his business.
I think that's a big thing people could do now. I think there's still a free section. You can go on there, find other people's trash is other people's treasure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right? Go into a garage sale, getting something cheaper and selling it at your own.
Yep.
And it is.
I'm speechless right now. I'm speechless. I'm like,
Carla's already thinking about free couches.
there'll be a whole bunch of couches over here.
And the crazy
Sorry,
thing-
Francis. We have a whole bunch of couches.
Now we got a bug.
No, it works. It works.
And it's fun. I mean, the crazy thing is,
fun.
that's what I would do in my pastime. So other people would be partying
Yeah.
or like studying for school, and I'd be like, when can I get out of school to go find a couch?
You be stacking that loot.
So you
I
know
mean-
it's funny. I bought a used couch from Facebook, and I noticed because the dog tore it up. That's why we buy couches. So
Yeah.
Teddy has
Yeah.
Aiden. I think this is couch number 6
Oh,
already.
Boy.
So we just
goes
been
through them.
Oh my god. So we noticed that it was reupholstered. It was another couch underneath.
Underneath it.
Yes. So we were with the free couches. I'm like, I wonder if that's what that Facebook guy is doing.
He's just
Probably.
upholstering them.
Yeah,
Just
he's
fixing them up.
Fixing them up. But it was
Underneath you see
It was
By
a
Tomas.
I didn't have the branding down yet.
Got it now though.
So now you're in your 20s. Let's say you're 25. Who was Tomas at 25 years old?
25. I had a partner at that time, and we were doing. So let me back up a bit. So end of 16, 17, ending high school was when I started knocking doors for roofing, siding, and windows. So yeah, right in high school, one of my friends, they were knocking doors. I was like, dude, that's my style. It's like I have no problem going and doing these random things. right? So I can go to people, and I learned that at a young age that, hey, if you want something, you can go get it. So that's what I like. That's what I loved about the door-to-door is, hey, I can go get it.
Yeah.
And I wasn't a master communicator by any means. I'm still not today, not even close, right? But what I like is that the better I get, the better you earn, and that's what I like. I like being paid accordingly to what I produce, and my ability is how I grow. So started that. 2 years in, I sucked for 2 years. I had to literally pay my friends some of the money I was getting from these other things to give me leads so that I wouldn't get fired.
Oh, man.
Right? Because I was clocking in. I was punching in, then going and knocking doors, and they were expecting results.
Yeah.
I wasn't getting any results.
Oh, no.
I was like, crap. I'm going to a bunch of doors. I'm not getting anyone to say yes. But my friend was really good at it. So my friend, he would give me some leads. And then, from there, my friend ended up going to work for NASA, something.
Wow.
Like, yeah.
He went big.
Yeah, he just took off on me.
Took off.
And then I stayed behind, and I was knocking doors. The company went out of business actually right at when I started to get good.
Man.
And I'm like, crap. There goes that. All right, so I went to Red Robin. I did some serving, and my previous boss called me, and he's like, hey, new opportunity. He's like, we were selling siding, we were selling windows. Now the insurance companies I found out about this opportunity where the insurance companies are actually paying people to get their work done due to storms. So it's literally you're going around telling people we can get your insurance to pay for this. So you're not even selling anything. I was like, dang, this is awesome. I'm like, I'm in. Only thing is he wanted me to start right away, and I just got a job at Olive Garden. And it was my dream job.
Oh.
I love serving. I loved Red Robin. I love serving.
That's good money in serving.
And I like talking to people. I like being busy. So it was fun. And, it was super stable, too. I was getting $1,000 a week or so, right?
Nice.
So because I would take everyone's tables. That's another thing. Everyone wants to go home. I'm like, let me work the double. Let me get all
Look
your
at
give
you.
me your tables. And so he hit me up. He's like, hey, this opportunity. It's wintertime. I'm like, I'll start after the winter. And he's like, because I told him I have this job and I'll work part-time. He's like, I'll pay you $3,000 if you don't take that job and you just start now and go all in. I'm like,
okay.
All right, I'm walking over. Immediately, $3,000. Remember I told you I wanted that $10,000 in that account?
Yeah.
It was like $3,000 was more money than I could ever imagine. I was like, dude, are you kidding me? It made it so easy. So I learned how to work in the winter as well, knocking doors. So my first time that I ever did storm restoration was in the winter in the dead of cold like it is right now, 0 degrees.
Yeah.
And they just dropped me off. And he's like, all right, well, I paid you, so go start knocking, And I was by myself for hours and hours and hours just knocking doors. And that started a career of knocking doors, helping people get their roofs paid for through the insurance, to which we still do today. So, you asked what was I doing at 26? That was 9 years ago. So I, at that point, had been many, many years into knocking doors and being very, very successful at it, making hundreds of thousands of dollars per year.
Nice.
I knew you were young. I was about to get into the 30s. I'm like, he's probably in his
35.
right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
35.
35
35,
years.
you own your own company, successful. You employ this young one right here in front of us.
So lucky.
You work with your mother, which is great.
And my dad.
And
your
dad.
father.
my
That's
God.
awesome.
So one day, my mom, she came into the office. She was crying. I was like, what in the world's wrong? I'm like, oh, my gosh, did someone die? She only cries when people die, really.
Yeah.
Right? And what it was my dad actually lost his job that he had for 20 years, all the stability of the family, right? So I was just immediately so excited. I was like,
Yes,
let's
this is
get him
opportunity.
here. Let's get him here
Yeah.
immediately. And my mom's like I could just see her this. She didn't believe that was
Yeah.
possible. I was like, we will find the money, because we didn't really have the money to pay it, but I knew we would get there, right? And I just had the faith, and I had so much faith, and I don't know where that faith came from. I know now that it was God who just gave me that faith at that time.
Yeah.
Because where else could it came from? Because I was so confident that and I'm not an ultra confident person all the time, but I was so confident. I was like, Mom, it's gonna be okay.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. He's coming now. Let's get him here now, right?
Yeah.
We're just gonna plug it. And boom, my dad's now the production manager.
Ooh,
my dad is like,
look at that.
and my dad is like so great.
So
He's like, you bring the
amazing.
jobs, we'll get them built. And we've done 700 jobs in a year,
Yep.
every single one built.
Nice.
And he's the leader in it. Mr. Larry is so knowledgeable in everything when it comes to construction. Let me tell you, he'll give us classes on the tools, on the different types of roofs. He's amazing. I love Mr. Larry. As y'all know, I've taken over his parents.
I'm loving this interview. It's a really good interview. Thank you so much for being here and sharing with us.
Thanks for having
and there's
us.
more. I'm not ending it. There's more. But I got to ask you a question before we get to this and that, because we need to do
This and that.
So you were married to a Latina.
Oh, yeah. So, dude, the best part of my life.
Yes.
It's good you said that on the camera.
They are a power couple.
So tell us about, how did you meet her, and you got kids? What's going on?
Yeah, so I met her at Chipotle. We've been married eight years. We dated for 3 years before we got married, and I fought for her for 6 years, 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 years before that. Like, she was a tough one
to catch.
She was a tough one to catch. So I went in there, gave her my business card. First of all, I never had been in a Chipotle before. The first time I went into a Chipotle, she was there. I heard her. Her voice was like heaven. Like, oh my gosh. And then
Brownie points right now.
then I saw her, and I'm like, this
was it.
This is unbelievable. And I started, once again, that was my first time in Chipotle ever. And so from that point forward, I was there every single day.
He loved the
For-
food.
Now it explains why he loves Chipotle.
And when I would go in there, everything plain. So white. I'm plain, right? So I would go in there, everything would be totally plain. No salsa, no lettuce, literally nothing.
Nothing.
Flavor.
That's how you were ordered?
No, what?
That's how you were ordered? That's what you're given?
What I would order, I would order this, because this is like normal for me. It would be, all right, let me get 3 hard shell tacos with rice and then chicken.
That's it.
And that's it.
That's
That's
So
it.
that is how you were ordered your food.
That's how I ordered it.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you order it
She wasn't
now?
giving you the lettuce tomatoes.
Yeah. Wait, I want to know how the tacos are ordered now.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's actually very spicy now. So before her, there was no avocado. I would look at avocado and guacamole and be like, oh my goodness, now I love it. Right?
Yeah.
I can get almost spicier than her, spicier than a lot of her family even. I love spice. To me, it's like you need the spice.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's like a world before spice and a world with spice. It's like
It's different.
That's hilarious.
it's incredible, and we could just talk about it forever. But
So you met her. That's how you met her, and then
That's how
so
I-
how did it progress from there?
yeah. So
How did you get that first date?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I gave her that business card after showing up. I was like, all right, I got to show my face.
Were you flossing with the business card? You said, well, I got my own business. There you go.
Oh man. So
He was flossing.
So we gave it to her, and I was waiting for a reply, and then I was so nervous, so I didn't show up again. I didn't want to. I didn't show up again, and a day went by, 2 days went by, a week went by. I'm like, all right, she has to miss me now. Like, come on, I was going in every day. And then literally 2 weeks later, she texts me, and I'm like, it was the best text of my life, and I was so pumped.
Wait, did you purposely
we set up-
stop going?
Because I was so nervous. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, you
didn't go back.
Okay, so you just couldn't go back.
I didn't want. It was
You
like
just too
it was
nervous.
gonna be awkward. I was
Like, hey, why didn't you text me? Why didn't you call me?
yeah, because she said she was going to.
And she did.
She did it. And you're
Yeah.
like, now I haven't had Chipotle in 2 weeks.
Right. Yeah. So 2 weeks went by. She texts me, and I set up the hangout from there.
Okay.
So we hung out. We had the best hangout session ever. Like, we were making out. I was lifting her in the air of her, up, like outside of her apartment, and we just had
Lifting
the most,
her up in the air.
in the air. Like, it was like
The best.
the best. Like,
What?
What is that dance movie? Did you do that scene with
Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing? Was it that?
Twirl. Was there a twirl involved?
And then from there, she ghosted me.
So you shouldn't have lifted her up, bro.
I thought it was like such an awesome time. Or actually, you know what? Hold up. We had some dates from there, but it built up to that moment. But
and then she ghosted you.
And then she ghosted me.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. She ghosted me. And then so then I just, you know, she ended up getting with a guy, and I ended up getting in a long-term relationship, and we were just, you know, I was staying in touch, but she was still working at Chipotle. She was also working at Burrito.
Like, I remember that, the Burrito. She was working at the restaurant.
Yeah, she was working.
The restaurant was called Burrito?
Yeah, it's still called. It's really good. It's still there. They're really good.
It's a great place.
But then again, the places you eat, like the pizza.
You know what, sir? Do not judge the place I eat. The place is really good. You got to try it. It's really good.
But yeah, it was I say it was like 2-3 years of me pursuing her, and I kind of gave up, right? Not really, but like I was like, all right, you can just stay with, you know, we went different paths. I'm like, she's not into me, right? But then, like after several years, a storm hit, a really big hailstorm, right?
And she
I'm
had a call for service.
Are you serious?
You're predicting the future.
Are you serious?
This was so crazy.
Crazy.
So it hit 26th and Kedzie.
Okay.
You guys know where that is in Chicago?
I do.
26th and Kedzie. It's all Hispanic.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I'm knocking doors trying to help people get their roofs paid for, and you know,
Got no
signing
Spanish
them up.
speaker.
And I'm learning techo. I'm learning Spanish techo, permiso, you know, seguranza pagada. And I'm like, this ain't enough though, because people, you know, and that's actually where I was like learning more about the Hispanic culture. I'm like, everyone's so nice. This is my real first, like, besides her, introduction to the Hispanic culture, because it's that whole area. This is like my life. This is what I'm doing. And if people are taking me in their house, people are having parties outside, giving me tacos.
He got invited to Losadas. That's how you know you're a part of the culture. Once you're in the backyard of Losadas,
you're in.
You're in.
Yeah, they trust you now.
Yeah. So
Definitely not amiga.
So I hit her up and I was like, hey, like,
I got a job for you.
Yeah, you know, nothing, you know, relationship. Well, I just want to know if you want to, you know, come and work, right? And I could pay her a good amount because it was a lot of business, a lot of opportunity, and I was able to recruit her from Chipotle. It actually just works out. She had like a new management change over there.
You sound so slick right now.
I love this. This needs to be a movie. Like this can literally be a chick flick.
I know, right?
And it was great. So she was out, she was helping, and then she ended up working in the office, and then things just kind of progressed. I thought, you know, I did try several more times to you know, hook up with her.
But of course.
Of course. But it just, I was like, all right, she just seems like she's not interested. And I don't know. I should ask her, you know, if she was just playing hard to get or not interested. But randomly, one day when I had pretty much given up hope, right, I was single, and I was like, she's in this long relationship. She's just going to be in this relationship forever. One of my friends.
Just waiting. I'm sorry. Just waiting. It's gonna be over one day.
And I would talk about it with my friends. I'm like, Claudia is my dream woman. Like I told Claudia from like right now. I think finally she believes me. I'm like, I really wanted to, I saw a future with us. And I don't know what happened after that time when I was carrying it.
What did I do wrong?
I know.
From this to.
And so things progressed, and there was one day I was working, and my buddy who he knew, you know, we were close. He was actually studying for law school, but he was one of my big partners knocking doors, and he was like, "Dude, Tom, I got some big news for you, man. I think that Claudia likes you." And I'm like, "What?" She's in a relationship, and he's like, "Oh, you didn't hear?" And I'm like, "Hear what?" And he's like, they broke up.
That's my shot.
and he's like, and guess what? There's a Blackhawks game going on tonight, and I know that, you know, my partner in business was going, Scott, and he's like, dude, you should go and you should take her. So he actually is, and my buddy's name, his name's Jeff. He's the one who told me, and so I did that. So I invited Claudia, and everything was going. It was like Jeff, the lawyer, was like putting it all together. Like,
look at Jeff.
Everything was going as planned. I told Claudia, hey, do you want to go out to the Blackhawks game? I thought she was going to be like, no, and she's like, yes. I'm like, okay, Jeff, okay. And then we went out, and then basically we hung out. We had the best time ever afterwards. I mean,
you didn't lift her right.
I was way more careful this time. I was way more smooth. And we hung out afterwards, and we were just cuddling and hanging out. And she's just like, she said this amazing phrase that we say all the time now. And she's just like, man, this feels so right. And it just, I guess that was God's perfect timing. And that's when our relationship really started. And things progressed from there. 3 years dating. Took her to Mississippi to meet my grandpa out there. That was really special. And here we are, 8 years of marriage, and
that's so awesome.
She's my partner in life, and I'm so lucky.
Yeah, and they're amazing together when they're in the same room. Amazing. My
guys,
favorite power couple.
What I took from here is if you want something, you better go get it and don't stop, because you never ever know when you're gonna get it.
Yes.
Yeah.
My God.
And I just was committed. Like, if there was a way, we were gonna make it happen.
From day one, hearing the voice.
The angelic voice that took his heart.
So we're gonna be doing this or that. We're gonna be doing this or that after these messages.
Yes.
What's up? It's your boy Los LOS from the Flava Podcast, and we are having an 8-week course right here at the Flava Podcast Studio, and you're invited. What you gonna get for that? So what you'll learn each week. Week 1, intro, podcasting. What's your why? Week 2, equipment and studio setup. Keep it professional. Week 3, content planning, building engaging episodes. Week 4, recording techniques. Be clear and be confident. Week 5, editing basics, turning raw audio into gold. Week 6, hosting and interviewing skills, mastering your mic. Week 7, distributing your podcast, platforms, and promotion. Week 8, launch your strategy, grow your audience, and monetize. For the first 10 students, you only pay $297. After the 10, the price goes up to $397. So be one of the first 10 to sign up now. So, I can't wait to see you here at the Flava Podcast Studio. Sign up now.
All right, so we're about to do our this or that, and I have a great one.
Okay, what is it?
Are you a texter or are you a caller?
Oh, Lord, that's a great question. I am definitely a texter. I would way rather text. Like,
I agree.
Phone calls can add up to so much time, and it just adds time. It's like if you want to just take time out of your day, call someone. Obviously, I think the calling is way more personal and all that, of course, right? But we'll do that when that needs to happen.
Yeah.
But you're not doing texting on business. You're doing more texting with your employees or friends.
I would say like my day is more based around efficiency, so it's mainly text for everyone.
Everyone gets a text.
Everybody gets a message.
I'm definitely a call person. I am definitely.
I feel like
but I will shut it down quickly.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk for hours. I will call a person.
How do you do that?
I just shut it down. Hey, I got to go. Hey, someone's calling right now. Hey, I got to use the washroom. Hey, whatever it is.
I'm driving under a tunnel.
right.
And then he just hangs up.
Yeah. Hang up.
Yeah.
I just shut it down.
So my kids are texters, but one thing that annoys me is that, when I need them to get their friend to come outside because we're in front, and then their friend's not taking them, I'll be like, did you tell them? Oh, I text them. Can you call them to come outside?
Yeah, pick up the
I've been seeing her
phone.
for 15 minutes. She hasn't seen the text.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. I'm definitely a caller.
Yeah.
I am a caller. I will. He knows this. Tom knows this. I will pick up the phone and call you.
Yeah.
I'm a texter if it's not serious, if it's not important, if I just want to have like a little conversation here and there. But I am a caller. I like calling.
Oh yeah, the calling is the best for aggression. Like if something needs to happen now, like yeah. If something,
So now I know why you call it.
I'm a little aggressive, guys. I am. I ain't gonna lie.
So I found a loop because I'm a caller, but I can't shut the conversation. I am a talker. I talk too much.
Oh, she's a talker.
Yes.
Oh, I know. Me and Sully be on the phone for like 45 minutes an hour sometimes. We just be talking.
So, but I don't like to text because I feel that takes too long. So I do voice messages.
Yes.
I'm a voice messenger.
She does that.
Yes.
She definitely
And
does
I get
that.
everybody to do it. I'm like, I just get my point across. I ain't got time to text you, but I got to tell you something. something, and then I don't want to call you because then I'm not gonna get off the phone.
You
That's
were
like the
so
best of
right.
both worlds.
Yeah.
But she is so right because when she does that, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I really do because texting can take a while to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if she just leaves
And
the
the
message, I'm
voice
like,
note
cool.
is so like full and
then
thorough.
right, and you hear the tone.
Yeah.
I'm a big on tone thing, so texting might be like, hey, what did you say to me?
That's literally what you guys were catching me once I was coming in here. I got B to do more voice messages with me too. Now I can also see it because now they can give you the written version as well of the
Yes.
message. So if I don't want to hear it, I can go ahead and
Don't
read
always
it.
trust it though because AI be
Yes.
me spelling
Oh
ball.
yeah,
Let me tell
because
you.
I'd be like, "With pots? What are you talking about?
What
Pots?
pots?
Let me go listen to this voice message."
So cool. You want the next one? Don't you take mine.
Ring. Okay.
Get your own.
Tom. No, I'm stealing Tom or Jerry. Tom or Jerry.
Oh, come on. Are you serious?
I know the one, but they don't know.
Of course, Tom. Are you kidding me? My name's Tom. What do you mean? Of course. What else do I have to say?
The white Tom.
Why, Tom?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the cat, right?
Yeah. That is definitely the cat.
I guess because I'm a chaser.
Yeah.
I like
The
it.
thrill of the hunt.
Yeah, he is. He's still there for a while since the voice.
Yeah.
And
The
the hockey
voice.
game.
Yeah.
He was there for a while. So mine is pizza. Do you like New York pizza or Chicago pizza the best?
Ooh.
Thin crust or
that's a
thick
good one.
or deep dish?
I'm gonna go New York.
New York.
I'm sorry. I
You like the pie?
People are gonna be hating probably, but yeah, I love New York style. I love the thin. I love the those big pieces, those slices. Oh my gosh, they're so
Okay.
good.
All right. That's the
Yeah.
first time we get New York.
First time we get New York.
Yeah.
And they just opened a place here. It's called like Prince or something like that. Here in Chicago.
Oh, I need to find it.
It's really good. Yeah.
And it's New York style.
It's New York style, yeah. But I've been to New York like 5-6 times, and I think what it is when I eat the Chicago pizza, the deep dish, it's so I'm laid out. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Food coma. Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
how I feel better with some Joe's Pizza in New York.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Joe's Pizza in New York. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So I find New York pizza to be like Bocce's pizza.
Okay.
So Bocce's is a big slice, a huge
Yeah,
slice, and it's
yeah.
thin. So I find that to be New York style. So I'm more of a
I like.
I like it.
Chicago style pizza pan.
Yeah.
But what's your favorite pizza place?
Favorite pizza place? I mean, it would have to. I think it's the Joe's Pizza.
Ooh.
In New York.
In
Oh
New York.
yeah, but you're saying out here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chicago.
In Chi-Town.
Oh man, okay. So for me, this is gonna be different. I'm not gonna give no one the fame. I like to go to Target and get I like to go to Target and have the really
It's a
nice
shower now.
crust, and my
Okay.
wife and I will have a little date. We'll put our own pizza together.
Make your own
Oh,
pizza.
that's cute.
Yeah, with turkey sausage.
Yeah, turkey sausage.
So awesome. So we always do this. We always compare to our pizza places.
Or pizza places. And I get bullied for
So
mine.
mine's is Pequod's.
Oh,
I love Pequod's. I don't know if you've ever been to
No,
Pequod's.
no.
It's here in Chicago. They have one in the suburbs as well. Been going there since I was 13 years old. So love Pequod's.
Yes.
I'm looking at one of my co-hosts like, what is yours and where is it located?
Guys, mine is Naughty's. Naughty's Pizza.
Naughty's.
Naughty. Naughty's.
Where's that?
Oh,
That's
It's not naughty,
Okay.
but Naughty's.
Okay.
Naughty's.
Naty's. And it's on 52nd and Kedzie, like in the South Side.
Ooh.
Yeah, but that's where I grew up, South side of Chicago. They're in the wall, literally, like it's in the wall. Family owned, and they've been there for a while.
That sounds
Usually
good.
that's like,
It
the
is so
scarier the
good.
place, the better the food.
That's what I'm saying about the tacos también. Like the tacos,
taco stands.
if it's dangerous to go there,
Yep.
they are the best.
Yeah.
They're to die
It's worth
for.
exactly. It's worth it. Yeah.
The chase is worth it.
Yeah.
So Sully, what's your favorite place?
So I have one that I just discovered, and then B put me on Paisans.
Paisans,
Yes,
She
and
did
now
say
we
that.
have one on the north side. So when I found out that we have it by Fullerton and Cicero, because she's always talked about Paisans, and Kevin he would go to these motorcycle meets. And they would go to the south side. So he's like, oh my God, I had Paisans. He didn't bring me any. I was so mad. And he's like, well, I'm on the bike. I was like, you don't have a book bag or anything? You could have just stuff that in there
Put
one
it in
slice.
Let's slide right down into the bag.
So then we found out one's coming on the north side, and we were stalking it. to the point where like that ladder hasn't moved. They're working on it. Like, you guys gotta hurry up. It is a really good sauce. I really like their sauce. And then I just found another one right by the store. My store, it's a hole in the wall one called Lona's or something like that. Okay. I really like, first they were excited for me to walk in. I'm like, I'm excited to be here. I heard you guys got great pizza. I like their sauce. It's different from Paisans, but I've noticed I do like a sweet sauce. I like a sweeter sauce.
What's the name of the place again?
Lona's or something. They're on Montrose between Central Park and Kimball.
I want to try it.
It's a small little spot. I love it.
I think it's safer than going to Natis.
Y'all are Northsiders.
It might be.
Y'all are Northsiders, all right? I'm a Southsider.
Up there.
I just want you to make sure I can bring my bulletproof vest if I go to Natis. You know what I'm saying?
If you're with me, you're good.
Oh, you know all of them. Huh?
I know everybody. Everybody knows me. If they see you with me, everybody know he's good. He's
good.
He's with Tiny.
Because I'm bougie, I can't get shot.
Exactly. No, you'll be good. They'll be like, nah, he's with Tiny.
In the car and ask you to go grab his slice.
Oh Lord,
Carlos will be in the
Mr.
car.
Lowe's.
You never know.
I feel like we gotta try all these together.
We do, and there was another one. What is it called? Oven grinders.
Oven grinders with Riz,
There's another
the
one.
Lawyer Riz that was here.
Lawyer Riz. He suggested the oven grinders,
Oven grinders.
and I'm like really excited.
It's a really good. Well, I haven't been there, but I'm hearing good things about it.
Yeah.
And every time, I think I tried 3 times to get reservations. Always booked.
So if they're booked, they must be good.
Oven grinders.
Yeah,
I'm gonna figure out how to get there. I'm gonna get a reservation.
I think somebody else mentioned that
They grab the
place
pizza.
too.
They have like in a bowl and they flip it over.
Oh, I took Kevin there for his birthday.
Okay.
Oh, so
it
you've
was
been there.
nice.
Is it
Yeah, it was delicious. It was
Okay.
really, really good. It's definitely filling. It's kind of like a deep dish style pizza and stuff, but the flavor was delicious. And the menu was kind of small, so but everything hit. We
Gotta
loved
try it.
everything.
It was on Lincoln Avenue, right?
Yes, it was.
Gotta try it.
Like no wonder it sounded familiar, but yeah.
So Riz said he'll get us in. 'Cause he
Oh,
has to hook
okay,
up.
all right.
Tom, if you want to come, you come
It's
with
a
us.
small little restaurant, but it's just like so homey, and it's just I like
I
the
think
feels
those are the
and
ones
stuff.
that are
And
Yeah.
it's like in a building, like a regular.
Yeah, and I
building,
think
like
it's a downstairs.
It's downstairs,
part,
yeah.
yes.
Ooh,
and
I
stuff.
love
It's like a
those.
residential building.
Okay.
Like a 3 flat or a 2
Yes.
flat. And it's in the basement.
And it's
So-
really, really tiny. And then we had the best server. I think that's what kind of made our day was the server. He was just bubbly,
Yeah.
good spirits. We were there for his birthday. It was like a last minute thing that I got a reservation.
Last minute, you got a reservation.
Yeah.
Oh.
But we can't get reservations.
Yeah, and it's hilarious because Kevin had just happened to be watching a reel on Instagram about it. So when I told him, he's like, "What? I was just thinking about that
perfect.
place." Yeah, it was like a nice, cute little date. Like I
Okay.
really liked that the candles. It was just, it was everything.
that.
Was the ambiance? Everything was great.
I'm gonna have to try it.
Yes, highly recommend
Make it
it.
happen.
Shouts out to Kevin for
Yes.
for getting in.
Yeah. Well, actually, his girl got him in. Shouts out to me.
So, Superman or Batman?
That's a hard one. I'm gonna go. It depends on the situation. But for Superman, I'll take him if bodyguard or anything like that. But Batman is just cool. He's cooler. Like I love the Dark Knight. I love the Batmobile. I love how he's protecting the city. Superman, he does have that big weakness. So I feel like you could exploit that if you got some kryptonite. So I'm gonna go Batman.
Okay, cool. Most entrepreneurs here on this table pick Batman.
Batman.
Oh, really? What did they say? Why?
It's usually the voice, the
The
lifestyle,
voice or
the lifestyle,
or he's very good looking, or he has money.
money.
Oh, okay.
Because he is
The
an
Batcave.
entrepreneur.
The Batcave.
We've
someone said
gotten the Batcave.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But Batman's an entrepreneur. A lot of people don't
Yeah, he
during the
is.
day. He is also fighting CEOs and making sure that,
That is true.
his company's running ethically.
What
on top
does
of that.
Superman do during the day?
He's
an
a
alien.
reporter.
He's a reporter.
I don't know about Superman.
Yeah,
He
he's
works
a
for Daily
reporter. He works at a
Planet.
news.
Oh, that's when he
Yeah.
wears the glasses, right?
Yeah,
When he
Clark
wears the
Kent.
suit.
He's a reporter.
Yeah, that's true.
So he finds out
camera
about
on me.
her.
Oh man.
When they're young. He wears the glasses. Yes, he wears Superman.
True.
He works at the Daily Planet.
Yeah,
He's like a
Bruce
Spider-Man.
Wayne.
They have two
Wayne.
identities. It's like a little light bulb just
You just
went
made
in
me
there.
feel really old right
Like,
now.
ding.
Oh, hilarious.
Sorry, guys.
So,
Need to learn my superheroes.
so I always pick, and I always say this when people pick Batman, I always pick Superman. And it's because the Bible says that we are not from this planet. And Superman is not from this planet.
I like
So I
that.
always
He's
pick
an
Superman.
alien.
That's right. He's
Yeah.
not from here. He's not from here. So, Chicago Cubs or Chicago Sox?
Oh, Cubs.
Why?
Well, I will say that I am not a huge baseball fan regardless.
Yeah.
But Nihilus, one of our best team members ever that unfortunately passed away. He got hit by a car helping his family member like cross the road. It's unbelievable. He made more impact on our company than any other team member, and we're talking about him years later.
Yeah.
And we'll always be talking about Nihilus.
Yeah.
We love him. Help the people.
Help
That's
the
where it came
people.
from. Nihilus is the one who created Help the People.
Yes, he did.
But what was the question again?
What
Cubs.
team? Cubs or Sox?
Cubs. Yeah, so Nihilus gave me a Cubs hoodie. So if anything's going to push it over, it's going to be that. Before that, I never represented any sports.
And
with,
it's the only
baseball.
one that you wear. I've never seen him wear a different one other than that one.
Aww.
So this person meant a lot to you.
Oh yeah.
Liz?
Yeah. Yeah, he did. He was really amazing man. When he started, that's when I had just found out about the tumor. And he said something very powerful. And it was really hard for me when it happened. It took me a while to open the message because he had sent me a last message a day before, because I was his go-to person when he had clients that needed help, so he would always message me. And the day before, he had messaged me, and when I found out, I couldn't believe it, right? Because he's just this bubbly spirit that, like, when he would walk in the room, like, he would just light up literally the entire room, like, just so his spirit was so powerful. And when I told him about the brain tumor, he said, "Liz, you worried about it, girl? Don't worry about it. God got you." He said that, and it just made me feel like, you know what, you're right. What am I gonna worry about this for? And just the power that he would bring, and when you would see him, like, you wouldn't think that he held so much power, but just by talking to you, like, he would change your whole mindset. Like, you could walk in with a cloud over your head, and with one word, that cloud was gone. That was him. And the way that it happened, I just feel like he continues to make an impact, even though he's not here. And
That's amazing.
Yeah, I think that's what pushes us. When I talk about Nihilus at Pro Alliance, he was an example of transparency, of honesty, positivity, and it stick with us. Yeah. And it makes us push harder for him and for his family.
I always say, like, he literally died helping someone. Like, he was helping his family member move a car across the street. And as he was crossing the street, pushing this car, they were yelling at him to watch out, and a car came, and that's when it hit him.
Yeah, in front of his family, and that was the hard part.
Yeah.
Shouts out to him.
Yes, and his family.
But that goes to show the impact you can make. He's inspiring his whole family, our whole team.
Yes.
And no one's ever going to forget that guy that knew him, and we're going to make sure way more people even know about him because didn't even hear. So thanks for the opportunity to talk about him. Yeah. Big Nihilus. Big Nihilus.
Big brother Nile.
This is a really, really dope episode.
Yeah.
I like this. We've had a lot of emotions, but I think this one's been, everyone goes up like a little bit more when it comes to just these raw emotion-filled conversations that sometimes we've been.
And it's important to talk about it.
Yeah,
because, and not just that, but it's, we all have a job, right? Whether it's, you're your own boss or you work for someone. But if you're able to make that connection, and with Tom, the way that he leads is with love, and you're able to just give that. And it made us a lot stronger as a family, for sure. Everybody that is still at Pro Alliance, that knew Nihilus, that met Nihilus, till this day, we talk about him like if he's still there with us.
That's beautiful. Oh my God.
That's awesome. So, well, how to transition from that one? Okay. So let's just make it funny. Let's find out what you think. Chicago Bears or the Green Bay Packers?
Oh man. Okay, so I don't really. So I love basketball, and I barely make time for basketball. So with football, of course, I'm gonna go Chicago.
Why? But why?
Because it's Chicago.
It's Chicago.
That's my only reason for this one.
You're looking at a Packers fan.
I'm gonna go Chicago. So
Amen.
Carlos, you're never gonna get nobody to agree with you.
No, I did. I did get someone to
He
agree
did
with
get
me.
a Green Packers
Diana.
fan.
What?
I had Diana.
That's
Yeah,
so
she was
random.
a
I
Green
wasn't
Packer
here,
fan.
but I watched the episode.
People just like winners. I can't help it. People just like winners.
We are winners too.
For
We ha-
losing?
We beat the Packers last time.
One time out of 7 years.
Okay, but it was that one
And
time.
we're gonna
that
hold
one
on to
time
it.
matters.
Oh,
All right, just like when the Cubs,
I'm surrounded.
just like when the Cubs took them how long to win?
A century?
Okay, all right. So,
A
but they
century.
Holding on
eventually,
to that one
but they
win.
still won, right?
They did.
They still won, right? White Sox.
God
the
bless
last
his
time,
people before he returns.
the last time the White Sox won was in 2005. We haven't won another one yet, but we're still 20 years later. Guess what? We still have
It's
our
coming.
hopes up. It's gonna happen, right?
Okay. You guys got any?
Huh?
Any this or that's?
No, I did mine already.
Either yours?
Yeah,
I did
right, the
mine.
texting and
Well,
the call.
So I'm the only one doing this or that's okay.
Oh, okay.
So,
We can do
So-
more than one. I didn't know.
yeah, of course.
Going around the table.
Go around.
All right. Well, okay. Dubai or Hawaii? I know the answer
Hawaii.
to this.
Dubai or
Hawaii. I know the answer, but they don't know the answer.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. How do you know the answer? I barely know the answer. I mean, I'm gonna
'cause
go
of your wife.
1,000% Hawaii.
No. See, there you go.
1,000%. Hawaii is the best. Like, the only place better than Hawaii is Miami, and that's because it's closer, right? Because
Weren't you just at Miami?
it's guaranteed to be warm.
Yeah, you were just there, right?
We were just in Miami's our go-to because it's where else can you go that
To
is
feel
guaranteed
tropical.
to be warm in
Yeah.
the winter?
Yeah,
like
that's
if
true.
you go to even Tampa, it's not like
Yeah. Not.
going on the beach warm. Yeah, it'll be like 60s, or
yeah.
low
Yeah.
70. Like Miami, it's like it's
Guaranteed.
mid 70s, 80.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the dead of winter, right?
Okay.
So this comes from the roofing industry, like working 9-10 months, hardcore, and then having the winter time where we have optional, we could go take off a lot more flexible. So we'd go, we always travel in the winter. So where are we gonna go? Somewhere warm.
Yep.
Okay. So I had one and it just popped out of my head.
I got one. Are
ahead.
you a cat or a dog person?
Oh, dog for sure. Yeah, they're way more fun. Yeah, way more fun. I love dogs.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Chi-Chi and Goku.
Personally, I'd like all the pets if we could just play and then be done. To be honest, but my wife would kill me with that. So we fight over.
Goku like that.
It's just it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
A lot of work.
It
For
is.
both, but
I just admitted I went through 6 couches.
yeah.
Yeah, 6 couches is rough, girl.
2 mattresses.
But they're free.
But they're free, so. Hey.
No, not my couches. I paid for
Oh,
them.
yeah.
free section.
I just stopped buying them brand new.
That makes sense.
I know you don't have a free couch at the bougie.
Yeah.
Yeah. He got the.
You been to my house? Not yet.
No, not
Yeah,
yet.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm pretty sure he has super expensive ass couch
Oh,
and
yeah.
Patches
I
knows
can
not to touch
imagine.
it.
Patches,
I can
my dog
imagine.
Patches knows. Well, she gets out. We allow her on the couch, only because we can't stop her.
Yeah.
So when we're not
Good.
home, she's gonna do what she's
That's
gonna
her
do.
home. What you mean?
But yeah,
That's
we
her
can't stop-
casa.
I have a Bernardino, and she's pretty big, and it's kind of hard to tell her not to jump on. When all she has to do is like this, and she's already on the couch.
Yeah.
But last one, I think this is gonna be a little interesting for
All
you.
right, let's hear it.
Chipotle rice or Puerto Rican rice.
Oh my gosh! Come on now. That's okay. So I feel like Chipotle rice is gonna be. It's gonna be standard, and I feel like that Portuguese rice is gonna
Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Puerto Rican. I feel like it sounds like legit. Like I can't.
yeah.
Man, this is crazy because I can't believe I'm going out on
You're gonna go-
Chipotle, but I got to keep it transparent. I would have to get the Puerto Rican
That's
rice.
right.
Yeah.
I would have to.
a little disappointed if you picked Chipotle rice.
I feel like I'm cheating on. Like I always go Chipotle. Like if I see a Chipotle, we're going there. I love. I eat a Chipotle.
No lies.
I eat a Chipotle probably 4
lying.
times a week.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I can't say that it's like it's more of like a routine lunch, right? Like Puerto Rican rice. That sounds like okay. We're feasting.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going Puerto Rican.
It's a feast.
Yeah. So before we close this down, any tips that another entrepreneur watching this would you give them a tip on business, how to start a business or how to stay in the business, or any tips you could give entrepreneur watching the show right now?
Yeah, I'd say the biggest thing is be committed. If you're gonna do it, be committed. Know your whys. Have the passion of what you're doing, because if you don't have that, business is so hard, right? It's hard to even have a life, right?
Yeah.
No matter what you have going on, right? But if you're gonna have a business, that's like having a baby that takes so much time. And I don't know nothing about having a baby. We don't have kids, but it is a freaking responsibility, right? It's not just you. It's like you have a whole team, and all of their problems just became your problems, right? So it's a lot more heavy than people think. And if you don't treat it like it's your baby, then it's just gonna die anyway. And so it's gonna be hard. So you have to be passionate about it. You have to be, number one, committed, and you got to have deep reasons why you're doing what you're doing, because that's what's going to get you through it and make sure that you're enjoying it and successful. Because there's no point in being, you can't be in business and just do it just for the money, or do it without having those deep reasons, or you'll be miserable and it's not worth it.
Awesome.
I love it.
That was good.
So, last question.
That was really
That was good. Last question. If you had a superpower, what would it be?
Ooh, a superpower. This sounds exciting. Okay, what is it going to be? Oh, man. Would I want to know what the people think? Nope. No, I don't want to know what the people think. I'm going to say absolutely. Who wouldn't want this? Teleportation. Like, I'm teleporting
that would be
anywhere.
so cool.
And and I'm bringing someone with too.
Oh.
touching your shoulder. You're coming with me.
No more airplanes.
Hey, we're gonna get to Miami faster. Let's go.
Awesome.
I love that.
Well, Tomas, I want to tell you that you, sir, have flavor.
Oh! Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you all.
Thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for treating our sister so well.
Yes.
And we would love you to come back again.
Thank you. It means the world. And I'm going to keep increasing my flavor. So appreciate you guys so much. I'm really blessed to be here, and I really love the impact you guys are making. I can feel how much you guys care. You want to help people, and that's what it's all about.
Yes.
Amen.
Yeah.
So this is Los and
Sully.
Liz.
and we are out.
Out.
Bye.